afternoon, Raven fans, Oriole fans. Welcome to the Ravery Sports Podcast post-game edition of the Ravens and the Dolphins. So a lot of great news today. Obviously, in the win column, emphatically. My goodness, that was beyond crazy there. The Ravens winning by 56-19. That was the final score. This one not close in the second half. Ravens totally pulled away from this. That was sensational at the end of the game. So let's do a little business first. This isn't going to be real exo heavy in the stream with the result being the way it is. So we're going to go do a little business here. Genesis Notary Services /Facebook.com. If you want to go ahead and book me for a notary, you can go ahead on Genesis Notary Service.Facebook, or you can book it on Google. Type in Genesis Notary Services on Google, Winchester, Virginia. Make sure you put that, and we will go ahead and get up if you live in the Shenandoah Valley as well. ravorisports.company.site. So as we're starting 2024, you can go ahead and get brand new Ravens jerseys. If you want that Lamar jersey, like the one I'm rocking, if you want to go ahead, a Ray Lewis jersey, Joe Flacco, you want some Ravens hats, merchandise, some Orioles jackets, t-shirts, and things like that, definitely we have that on the website as well. And tonight is the night. We're going to have a best of 2023 podcast as well. We're going to let you know who was the best of the year in Baltimore sports in a lot of categories. So definitely we're going to go ahead and get that squared away. All right. 56-19. Ravens, total domination. No question about it over the Dolphins. Dolphins, I thought, started out pretty well today. They had a good first series. Second series, I think they probably should have had a touchdown where Tyreek Hill bobbled the ball in the end zone, so they had to settle for a field goal. They had another field goal, I think, on the next series. No, it's pretty much all she wrote. Ravens just took it right from them. They scored touchdowns the whole game. Obviously, they kept scoring. I think the reason why Lamar should win MVP is what you saw today. They were still playing him like a running quarterback. And that's astounding, like what we saw, because I saw a lot of close to the line of scrimmage, whatever, and he just was chucking it right over the head from the start. Deep passes to Justice Hill, deep passes to Zay Flowers, deep passes to Isaiah Likely. Justice Hill was huge today. I definitely just totally dominant on the offensive end. 5 TD passes for Lamar. Joe Tessitore on Monday Night Football called it a few years ago when it happened against the Rams. Jackson, 5. We got one today. 5 TDs and no interceptions. Tyler Huntley even got in the game at one point at the end, threw a touchdown pass to Charlie Kolar. This is total domination, 2 straight weeks. A lot of people thought Miami was the best team in the NFL. A lot of people thought San Fran was the best team in the NFL. A lot of people thought that Christian McCaffrey or Brock Purdy should get MVP. There was some votes for Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. I'm shocked to see tomorrow. Like I can't wait to see tomorrow when they don't say Lamar should be MVP, but the rationale would be for a lot of the national media, et cetera, that still don't believe that for some crazy reason. I mean, that was sensational today. Clearly dominant stuff. Let's talk about let's go for scrolling. Obviously, Lamar was tremendous. I thought his passing, deep passing, I thought they played him awful, frankly. The Dolphins defense, they didn't play him well at all. He was clearly throwing the ball downfield with ease. Beckham was kind of injured, kind of got shaken up, but he had that tremendous catch. Bateman had a tremendous catch. Zay Flowers had finally had his first 100-yard game, so he was fantastic in this one as well. So the wide receivers were fantastic as well, all game long in this one. good stuff by the offense all the way around. Obviously, you score this many points. It's a good deal. It's a good day for the offense when you score that many points. Uh, Defensively, this is a really good team. I think this what Miami was doing, and what the Dolphins have kind of figured out. This is how they've been able to keep Tua Tagovailoa healthy all year long. I saw the graphic, and I kind of saw that in a couple of Miami games. Get the ball out quick, less than 3 seconds. Get the ball out quick early in his regressions. Get the ball out quick, throw it out accurately, and not get hit. And anytime you make him hold the ball, good things don't happen. When he was able to do that quick, like in that first series, he was able to throw it out quick, get it out accurate, and he was able to have success. Once he had to hold the ball and they had a lead, they had problems. Tyreek Hill takes so much attention from the defense. It's so hard to contain anything else with Miami. That's why they've been having success all year long, because you have to put 2-3 guys on Tyreek Hill at all times. But the injuries kind of hurt him. I thought the injuries on the Ravens side would hurt him, but it really was Miami not having Mostert. Okay, so you can kind of run those screens when you got 2 guys all game long, and it works. Or you could kind of like, if you want to back up Hill, okay, we got Jalen Waddle on the other side. That really showed today for them, but this wasn't close. I mean, I don't know if they had played, they'd have did much better. It was just flat out domination all the way around by the Ravens in this one. I want to shout out Eric DeCosta in this one as well. Roster build is one thing I definitely want to talk about. When you have guys go down with injury, the next man up that these coaches pretend to have all the time really is a thing sometimes at the end of the year. Last year when they played Miami, had some guys injured and go out, and they had Pepe Williams and Justin Armour-Davis in the game. You saw the difference this year. All right. They had injuries, right? I was like, oh my goodness, Brandon Stevens isn't going to play. Kyle Hamilton didn't play. Marlon Humphrey got hurt in the game. Okay. So what happened? Arthur Millette, who's been solid all year. Ronald Darby's been solid all year long. Played well enough. Okay. A little bit of a drop off, but they played well enough. They understand 2 vets that get it. They're very good at their jobs for their spots, 4th and 5th. I think they're 3rd and 4th receiver, 3rd and 4th cornerback, rather. Very good. They did a good enough job. I thought that was good work by them to actually be successful, and it really contained Miami enough. That's all you can do with Tyreek Hill. It's like you got to contain him. I mean, he's going to get some catches. He's going to make some catches. He's going to blow by some people. But you have to pay so much attention to him. And so what it does for Miami, they have a lot of these bubble screens, a lot of the stuff to the running back, a lot of that stuff. They're able to do it. And Tua gets the ball out so quick. They were successful. Didn't work today because they didn't have Waddle in the game, which hurt them. And obviously they fell behind. The Ravens also too were able not only to keep an eye on Hill and get the screens up, which was incredible. Like usually, like a lot of teams, they can't do both. You can't watch Tyreek Hill because he opens up the underneath stuff so much. But after the 3rd quarter, they were just running up on these screens. Okay, you're gonna throw the acne, you're gonna throw underneath, you're gonna throw the whoop, you're gonna do that stuff. Yeah, the Ravens linebacking core, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, PQ, all the guys. Clowney had a set. Clowney was good today. Van Noy, all those guys. Adafi Owe got a sack late in the game. So this is the best team in the NFL. And this does not, to me, feel like a team in 2019 where this was the case. This is not a young team that's going in wide-eyed. This is a veteran now, Lamar Jackson, who has his eye on the prize, that is ready for this. Looks like he's ready to go ahead and win the Super Bowl. This is dominant. This is 4 or 5 times now I've done streams. You had dominant victory against Miami, dominant victory against San Fran, dominant victory against Seattle, dominant victory against Detroit. The losses they've had, you've had 3 losses. All of those could have been wins. Okay. when you lost to Pittsburgh, lost to Indy, lost to Cleveland. All those games could have been wins. You look at that all season long. Nobody's really rolled the Ravens up. A lot of these games, a lot of those losses too, they were just errors on the offense, errors on the defense, errors in the game. Not playing well enough at times, errors, but they've been sensational. This is the number 1 seed in the NFL, in the AFC rather, and also too, which wasn't talked about as much because we're more worried about the number 1 seed, clinching the AFC North. Cleveland actually still did have a chance to win the North. Not going to happen now with the Ravens' victory in this game. So Ravens actually go ahead and win the division today, 56-19. So Ravens were successful against the Dolphins as well. So this is territory, even for us Raven fans that have had so much success, not where we're used to. Because this is a team that is definitely, I don't think there's a question if they're the best team in the NFL. The only question, obviously, is can they go all the way to Las Vegas and get the Lombardi Trophy and bring it back to downtown Baltimore and win the Super Bowl. So we will see that as well. Definitely check out our video that's going to air tonight, the Best of 2023 video. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Ravery Sports Podcast, Baltimore Sports Podcast. Let's end it like we started.